Hi there, my name is Jacques Fleischer, and I've done a little research infographic on DevOps containerization. So we're going to be talking heavily about containers and what is a container and why do we need to use them? Well, the problem at hand when you are a software developer, you're a comp sci major and you're making some apps, when you're working in a team, it can be pretty difficult to collaborate. Everyone can use a different OS. Maybe one person can use Mac, another person can use Windows. Well, there's your issue. It's hard to collaborate when the tools and the libraries you need to use differ on each OS. You have different environments. So that's where containers come into play. In DevOps, how can we use this new thing called a container as part of DevOps to be sure that your project works? This is referenced in chapter 5.1 of the textbook. So if we look at the literature and we look at the field that involves computer science education and software engineering, new software engineers, when they're working on a team, they tend to struggle, especially when it comes to file repositories. They may check in different line endings as a result of using different OSs. Maybe they use different packages because of the different OSs. Well, how can we make sure that it stays the same? How can we not butt heads and fight with each other because of our different environments? Some people propose that they can use online REPLs, which is an online environment with a set environment so that it doesn't differ across machines. Some note that there are different shells such as Git Bash or PowerShell in Windows and the standard terminal in Mac. There's a lot of different things going on, especially considering that 68% of computers today run Windows according to Leshevsky. The rest run Unix-like machines. So how can we all agree in the same environment? How can we do that? We use Docker. Docker is this great new mechanism, this technology that uses containers. Look at the containers on the back of the whale. These containers are environments that applications run inside. And a growing number of companies have started using Docker more and more and more because it's so simplifying. We have a deterministic environment, right? If we have a deterministic environment, we can agree across developers, oh, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this OS. I'm going to use this NPM or this node version. We all have the same. As long as you install Docker, which is cross OS, you can all agree and your application will look the same everywhere. So we save valuable time. You use scripts to build these containers, but in order to use it, you need to know how to use the command line. It should be taught to students, especially Git Bash as previously mentioned, inside of Windows, which is like a Unix environment. So the most interesting thing as a result of this Docker research is that it gives you volume mounts, which means that you can have set space on your file system which stays the same across container instances. You can also have networks so that different containers can talk to each other. And Docker Compose lets you build a system dependency of containers. This is a very cutting edge technology, should be used in every single software development project. Thank you for your time. I'll see you next time.